The express is a long, heavy train. Gordon usually pulls it, but only as far as the other railway. Another engine takes the coaches from there to London. It is an important train, too, and must always run at whatever happens. But if Gordon is ill or busy elsewhere, James or Henry have the chance to pull it. They do their best, and do it well, too well perhaps, because sometimes the importance of the occasion goes to their smoke boxes and makes them boastful. I don't know what Sir Topham Hatt would do without me, Henry said importantly one day in the sheds. Have a care, said Donald and Douglas. Too much puff about yourself, and maybe you'll run out of puff one day. Huh, scoffed Henry. I pulled 2 trains in a failed diesel once, and Sir Topham Hatt said I was an enterprising engine. Aye, mind it well, agreed Donald. I took the goods train on, you recall, but Dougie's right. Puff goes before the fail. The Scottish twins were wasting their own puff, of course, because Henry took no notice whatsoever. A little later, the railway had to begin using a new sort of coal. It was dusty and burned with clouds of thick black smoke. The Sir Topham Hatt was cross, and the engines didn't like it either. Dirty rubbish, they grumbled. The new coal made more ash, too. Before long, all the engines began to have pains in their smoke boxes. Hot ash collected there and gave them the most awful indigestion. One afternoon, Henry came back feeling dreadful. His fireman had to clean an enormous pile of ash from his smoke box before he felt better. But the next day, Henry could not make steam properly. He struggled to Edward's station, but could go no further. Douglas took the train. Douglas was there. I can't breathe, Henry wheezed. Douglas said, Don't say we didn't warn you, Henry. Henry couldn't take the train anymore, so Douglas had to take over for him. The fireman cleared away more ashes, but when he tried to close Henry's smokebox door, it did not make the airtight fit that it should have done. Those hot ashes have bent your smokebox door, he said. Air is coming in so that you can't breathe properly through your fire, but I know how we can cure that. He filled a bucket with water. Then he fetched all the old newspapers he could find from the station bookstore. The driver helped him tear them into strips, which they soaked in the water. "What are you doing?" asked Henry anxiously. "Making something called paper mache," explained the driver. "When this paper is soggy enough, we shall paste it in your air leak so that you can breathe better. It won't last forever, but it will get us home." "Oh," said Henry unhappily. His driver was right. When the job was done, Henry felt much better, and even the driver and fireman were surprised how well he steamed. "We'll have Sir Topham Hatt make it permanent," they joked. Henry went carefully and reached the shed without mishap. But when he arrived, his story was there before him, of course. Donald and Douglas didn't say anything, but they did make some sort of breathless puffing noises. Henry thought that they must have a very odd sense of humor. Bum bum boom 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 boom.